Hello students, welcome back to 11th standard online lectures. Very good afternoon to all of you. Today we'll study economics, chapter 1, basic concepts in economics. In our first lecture of this chapter, we learned about meaning and definition of economics. In last lecture, we studied certain basic concepts of microeconomics. Today we'll continue with this topic, that is basic concepts of microeconomics. Last lecture we learned these three basic concepts of microeconomics, that is wants, goods and services and utility. In this lecture we will study these basic concepts, that is value, wealth, personal income, personal disposable income and economic activity. Let's start with value. Value is a basic concept of microeconomics. Value means worth of any commodity. Value has two approaches in economics, that is value in use and value in exchange. Value in use. It refers to the worth of a commodity. In simple words, it is the usefulness of a commodity. For example, no one has to pay for sunshine, but it is very useful for us. Similarly, air. Air is available freely in nature, but it is very useful for us. In economic language, sunshine or air are said to have a great value in use. They are examples of free goods. Sunshine and air has zero value of exchange. No one has to pay anything for that. They are freely available in nature. Let's see value in exchange. Value in exchange refers to the worth of a commodity or a service expressed in terms of another commodity. For example, TV is exchanged for old laptop. Here, the laptop is the value in exchange for the TV and vice versa. But if I'll give my TV and I'll get money for that, that is value in exchange. And suppose we pay to the shopkeeper, we pay some money to shopkeeper and get commodity, that is value in exchange. So any good which commands a price is termed as economic goods. For example, car, refrigerator, etc. Now, some commodities have high value in use but low value in exchange. For example, water, air. Whereas some commodities have low value in use but very high value in exchange due to the scarcity. For example, diamonds, jewelry, expensive painting. This is known as paradox of value. One very popular paradox of value in economics we learn is diamond water paradox. Now, water is very useful to us. It has great value in use, but it is very cheaper. Whereas diamond has very low value in use. We hardly use the diamonds, but it has a great value in exchange. Diamonds are very expensive. This is known as paradox of value. Let's see the another basic concepts in microeconomics, that is wealth. Wealth refers to anything which has market value and can be exchanged for money. Wealth includes tangible things, means such things which we can touch, which we can feel, such as jewelry, house, car, or some other personal property. It is an accumulation of valuable economic resources that can be measured in terms of either real goods or money value. To be regarded as wealth, a commodity must have some characteristics. These are the characteristics of wealth. First one is utility, scarcity, then transferability and externality. Now we'll study all these characteristics, that is properties of wealth, in detail. Let's start with first characteristics of wealth, that is utility. A commodity must have the capacity to satisfy human wants for it is to be considered as wealth. For example, furniture, refrigerator, etc. can be considered as wealth. On the other hand, we exchange old newspapers for money, for it has no utility for us. Therefore, it cannot be considered as wealth. Old newspapers we cannot consider as wealth, though they are exchanged for money. Next characteristics, that is scarcity. A commodity must be scarce in supply in relation to its demand if it is to be considered as wealth. For example, all economic goods for which price is paid is known as wealth. Next, transferability. A commodity should be transferable from person to person and place to place to be considered as wealth. It is possible to transfer commodity from one place to another only when it is in material form or is tangible. For example, vehicles, jewelry. Now your transfer can also means the transfer of ownership. Therefore, even self-owned house property or land can be also considered as wealth. Next characteristic, that is externality. A good can be transferred only if it is external to human body. Example, bag, book, car, chair. Health is not wealth in economics as it is not external to human body. That is, it does not possess the characteristics of externality. Let's see the next basic concept in microeconomics, that is personal income. The value of economic activity received by people is known as personal income. Earning received by a person from all sources is personal income. Whatever person is earning by doing any physical activity is included in personal income. Let's see what are all these resources. Now, personal income may include the person's business income, any salary or rent or dividend or lottery or interest from any capital. All these things are included sources of personal income. Next basic concepts in microeconomics is personal disposable income. Now, this income is that part of our personal income which is left over after payment of direct taxes such as income tax, wealth tax, etc. Personal disposable income is equal to personal income minus all direct taxes. That is income tax, wealth tax. This whole is income, and when income tax are subtracted, reduced, that be left with the disposable income. Disposable income means ready to use income. Let's see different types of incomes. First one is fixed income. Income which remains stable over a period of time. Example, rent, wages is a fixed income. Fluctuating income. Income which is not fixed but keeps on changing. Example, profit. It can be positive, negative, or zero. Next is money income. It is the income received in actual currency of the country. In other words, it is the income in cash. For example, rupees 5,000. Next is real income. It is the purchasing power of money income. Example, commodities purchased out of money income. Next, contractual income. This income is paid as per the terms and conditions of contract. Example, rent, wages. Next is residual income. Income which is left after making payments to all factors of production is called residual income. Example, profit. Next is earned income. Income obtained after participating in the productive activity. Example, rent, wages, interest, profit. Then lastly, unearned income. Income received from all sources without indulging in any productive activity. Example, windfall gains like lottery prizes. In next video, we'll see the last concept of microeconomics, that is economic activity.